Feel a good one coming on. My name is Rourke. You are listening to Wide Open Spaces right here at Kpft Houston, and today in the studio, a great songwriter and performer who was born right here in Houston, Texas. Cut his teeth playing all kinds of out-of-the-way places along the Texas Gulf Coast. He had put out his debut album, Flowers and Liquor, about 10 years ago in 2002. And his latest K-Mag Yo-Yo was the American Music Association #1 album choice. Hey, it's Carl. Welcome back to KPFT. How you doing today?
I'm great. How are you, Rourke?
Doing good, my man. You're looking good. Keeping busy?
Yeah. I've been, it's kind of a full-time deal. We're always traveling around, but I had a few days off. Thought I'd come hang out in Houston.
Cool. And you're in town. Your folks still live in the area?
Yeah, they do. They
All right.
actually moved into Houston proper a couple years back.
So, cool. Do they still let you stay at the house, or they make you get a hotel room?
No, they let me come over.
All right. Just crash on the couch?
Yeah.
All right, very nice. You were in Australia this summer. Was that your first tour of Australia?
It was.
How'd that go?
It was good. For the most part, we started off in this sort of funky country festival that didn't really go like we had hoped, It's Texas is not the only place with rednecks I've discovered.
Right.
And so Norway and Australia are actually out redneck.
Really?
The
Texas.
biggest rednecks I've ever met. And
very nice.
so we did that. It was fun. But then we did some club dates, and we had a really nice time.
You also did earlier this year, I guess it was almost about a year ago, you did a Rolling Stones festival. Tell me about that, and did you sing some Stone songs?
Yeah, I did. I had a really cool opportunity. We went up to New York City and played a show there, and I was going to sing Sweet Virginia, and then I think Jimmy Fallon was supposed to do Beast of Burden,
okay.
And he couldn't at the last minute, and I was in the rehearsal space with Norah Jones, and they said, well, can you do it? Well, okay. So,
did you know the lyrics? Were you ready to go with something like that?
It's not one that I've ever covered, and it's not something that's really in my vocal range. And then I'm singing with Norah, who is incredible.
Sure.
Right. So everything that comes out of her mouth is butter.
Right.
And so I go and sing, and I'm just howling, and it's shredding vocal cords. And I'm watching the band and, looking for them to just be really frustrated. And finally, we get done the rehearsal, and I'm like, guys, I don't know. Is that okay? And, and Norah comes up and she says, oh, no, it's fine. You're not hurting yourself, are you?
Right.
And it was apparently painful to listen to. So anyway, we kind of turned into a little country. We countrified the Stones and turned it into a duet. And so it was a lot of fun getting to play with her. And at the end of it, I said, what are we going to do as we walk off? And she said, well, we'll just dance.
Right. I
said, I'm not a dancer. This isn't really my thing. And she goes, no, it's going to be great. We'll just dance. So as soon as the song was sort of wrapping up, I just went for it, and I busted into this really bad dance move, thinking that Nora's going to, be step for step with me.
She left you as low.
She just totally left me hanging. She's standing on the stage just laughing at me. But it was fun. They had a lot of Michael Cera and there's a lot of actors and musicians came up, and everybody sang Stones tunes. It was a good time.
Yeah, you'll have to think of a way to get her back.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got Hayes Carll live in the KPFT studio today. You're in town for something special, and tell folks what's going on at Cactus this afternoon.
Yeah, 5:30 today over at Cactus Records. I'm re-releasing my first record, Flowers and Liquor. It's been a little over 10 years since it came out, and I put it on Kpft Records, and I just had a one-record deal with them with a 7-year license. So basically, about 4 years ago, I got the record back. I owned it, but I didn't have any copies. So it's been out of print for about 4 years now. And I think when we put it out initially, it sold very few records. And so as my career's kind of advanced, I've got a lot of fans that aren't familiar with that record and never had a chance to hear it. So
sure.
We decided to put it back out and see if there's some people. I think that people would like it and they could hear what I sounded like before I could grow a beard.
That's not true. We got Hayes Carll.
It is true.
You are pretty clean cut on the record cover.
Yeah. I was 12.
That's not true either. Hayes Carll live in the KPFT studio. Actually, I think you were living on Bolivar when I first got that record and started spinning it, and you were still living in the neighborhood, pretty much driving, back and forth to Mom's house and stuff. and
Yeah.
it was
An old Cadillac.
some great times. So there's great records. So you'll be there'll be copies on hand tonight. Are you doing it on vinyl and CD or just CD?
I'm doing it on vinyl, although that's not going to be in store today. It'll come out in a couple weeks. It takes. I'm just learning a lot about the vinyl business, and it takes a lot longer.
Is this your first vinyl?
Well, I've Lost Highway put out my last 2 records on vinyl,
Okay.
but this is my first time to undertake the project myself.
Sure.
And it's surprisingly complex.
Yeah.
But we're getting it figured out, so we'll have that in a couple weeks.
Let me ask you, do you know the details about tonight? Is there a wristband involved, or can you just come?
I think you can just come.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure, but I think you can just show up and come on in. And,
All right, well, make sure you call Cactus or go to the website before you show up and you're disappointed that you got to pay a cover charge. Because sometimes they do that with a wristband at the door. Sometimes it's just free to the public, but usually during the week it's free.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll get on the phone and do some research while you sing your first song, which is going to be?
Sure. We'll try this. I've had a lot of coffee this morning, so we'll try. This is called K-Mag Yo-Yo.
Very nice.
Well, my daddy joined the Air Force, said it was a good sauce. Danger, love, and money, but it only led to divorce. Ended up in Abilene, working at a Dairy Queen. Put me in the Army on the day that I was 17. Here I am standing in the desert with a gun. Thought of going AWOL, but I'm too afraid to run. Got myself a new plan, stealing from the Taliban. I make a little money, turning poppies into heroin. Sergeant didn't like it, so they put me in a hole. Said it's easy shooting when they don't know where to go. Threw me on my lily pad, sent me home to no rat. I knew I'd be in trouble, but I didn't think it'd be this bad. Oh well, a stranger wearing all black met me on the tarmac. I told him I was sorry, but I ain't ever going back. He said, you ain't in trouble, son. Learn to fire without a gun. Got a new assignment, now you're working for the Pentagon. Gonna take a trip, wouldn't tell me what it's for. Gotta serve your country, gonna help us win the war. MIT, PhDs, night and day, the test of me ain't what I was thinking, but I'm being all that I can be. I ain't no genius, but I knew it wasn't right. Eating uppers in the morning and the LSD at night. Send me off to deep space, help them win the arms race. Well, I'm almighty, but the stuff has got a funny taste. Oh well, I think I hear the countdown, 100 feet above the ground. They told me when I'm leaving, but nothing about it coming down. Sitting on a bad dream, 1,000 pounds of gasoline. Ain't leaving nothing but some rubble in my slipstream. Mama always said I should be aiming for the moon. Never would've guessed I'd be passing by soon. How the hell did I get here? Blasting through the atmosphere. Drop the rocket boosters and I'm shifting into high gear. Bowie on the system and a bottle on my knee. Armstrong ain't got nothing on me. Hey ho, here we go, K-Mag, yo-yo. Someone wanna get me, gotta come up where the sun don't go. I think I see a bright light, something about it ain't right. Lay down in a spaceship, I woke up in a firefight. Tripping from the morphine, came down in a bad scene. God don't let me die here, I ain't even 19. I won't ever ask you, Lord, for anything again. I swear it on the Bible, the Torah or Quran. I'm lying in a rhino track, about to have a heart attack. IED got to me, someone called the medevac. I need some fixing after where it is I've been. Never gonna go and try and shoot a gun again. Slipping out the back door, gonna join the Peace Corps. Tell me I'm a hero now so someone else can fight this war.
Very nice. Hayes Carll live in the Kpft studio singing the title track to his last release, K-Mag Yo-Yo, and that came out just under 2 years ago. I guess in February it'll be 2 years.
Exactly, yeah.
Now that record got you on the Jay Leno show.
Yeah.
And it's got you written about in Spin Magazine, Rolling Stone, and the New York Times as well.
Oh, yeah.
Did after the success of K-Mag Yo-Yo, how do you approach, or how are you going to approach the next record? Have you even thought that far ahead yet?
Yeah, well, I think about it all the time, but it's you have to push anything success or failure kind of out of my mind. I mean,
just keep doing what you do.
Yeah, it's easy to sit around and think about, well, this worked, maybe I could do more of this, or et cetera. And it's impossible to not think at all about how it's going to be received. But I don't think that's really the best way long term to make art that makes you happy. And my goal is to be able to do this for a long time and make good work, and hopefully that will be enough so that I have a career for a long time, and instead of kind of chasing the quick hit. So I got lucky with the last couple, and they were well received. But so yeah, I'm probably due for a stinker here, and we'll see what happens. But I'm just gonna make a record that feels right for me, and hopefully people will embrace it.